My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about comparison, right? And the pitfalls of comparison and why you should never do it. And I know this is a conversation that people have a lot, and very often and continually, right? It's a conversation that gets revisited time and time again, and for good reason, especially in the modern age where everything is online. Social media is on the forefront of all our minds. Like you're checking your feeds multiple times a day. So there's a lot to compare to, unfortunately. And that comparison can really kill. No, not literally, of course, but it can kill your motivation. It can kill your self-worth and kill your self-confidence. So we have to be really mindful of this. Now, there's multiple angles to this that I want to talk about today, but let's just start there. How it can kill your confidence. Well, number one, the things that you're seeing online, especially social media, it's curated, right? Number one, it's curated. Number two, it's unique to their journey, right? Like if you're following, say, somebody that you look up to, a role model, and you start comparing your results to their results, that's not being fair to yourself, right? Because they're on their journey because of the time, the effort that they put in, and that's unique to them. You're on your journey because that's where you are on your journey at any given moment, right? So don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't compare yourself to don't compare their results that you see online, especially because again, it's curated to your results because it's very unique to each individual, right? Each individual is on their unique journey. Now, the other way that comparison can really hurt is through judgment, right? Like we can compare others to us as a way of judging them, which also is very, very unfair, right? I think this is a less talked about angle of aspect of comparison, because we do it unconsciously, right? Like when we see what we think are other people's faults or their lack of results, we compare them to our results. And if like, okay, so I have this X, Y, and Z result, and I'm able to kind of achieve these outcomes. This person is not. Well, it must be because they're not doing what I'm doing, et cetera, X, Y, and Z. How fair is that? Right? You don't know, again, like just like with the other way, they're on their own journey like you're on your own journey. Everybody's on their unique journey. And to make a judgment as if you know exactly everything that they're going through as to why they have the results and outcomes that they have is not fair to them at all. It's not fair to them at all. And in doing this, in comparing them to you, you actually close yourself off from discovering their true story. Right. So really, really dangerous stuff, right? Like, and as a coach, right, as a growing influencer, which we all are, right? We're going to grow our influence. And so we have to really be mindful of being as inclusive as possible. And to be inclusive as possible is to not make any judgments on ourselves and not making any judgments on others. That's all comparison is. That's all comparison is, especially with something as superficial as social media and the internet. Guys, there's no place for comparison at all. So let's stop doing it. And of course, again, I'll continue to have this conversation as often as we need to. But that's as brief as it can get, right? Like there's no more really need to expand it because comparison is completely useless. It's completely useless. It's a dead end for you and you're dead ending everybody else, right? So stop doing it. Be mindful of when you do it so that you can correct the habit and open yourself up, right? Free yourself from the judgment of self, free yourself from the judgment of others. So that's my message for you. Always at the end of the episode, I got to clear my throat. That's my message for you today. Thanks for tuning in. More from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.